Hello and welcome back to TEW 2016 Branding Solution, and we are back here with Smackdown on the Go Home show before Night of Champions. And we have our pre-show, and as you may know, I have signed a few more women wrestlers for this brand because I didn't quite have enough to do in the jobber roles. I needed to push a few more, so I had to fiddle with the editor a bit to make a few of them better, popularity wise, and build from there. So in the pre-show we have Summer Rae defeating Joyce O'Brien, who is making her debut. We followed that up with the Psycho Ward defeating Evie and Vivian. Evie is actually from NXT, I'll put her in there. Vivian I actually have on the main card, or main roster even. Eva Marie defeated Justine Silva, again Justine Silva from NXT. And now we have Sinatra Garrett and Leve Bates defeating Andrea and Barbie Hayden. Both the Barbie Hayden and Andrea from NXT, as my NXT is mainly all women now somehow. Ember Moon defeats Christina Vanieri in what was a better match than I thought it would be. Christina is one of the few I've used before, so hopefully she may become a full-time opener for my show. Makoto defeated Sexy Star. Sexy Star, new debuting character again. Makoto's been getting good ratings in matches. This is a bit disappointing, so hopefully it was just a one-off. My main event for the pre-show was Gail Kim versus Leah Tapa, and also from NXT, highly rated, or popular shall we say, probably the most popular of all the women in NXT. Gail Kim picks up the win. We start the show with Edge announcing what's coming up in the show. We have Sasha and Charlotte's contract signing. Paige is having an interview about Bliss. Bliss has a special segment set up for Paige, and Bayley has a few last words for Nikki. And this all building to Night of Champions. The Forgotten Generation defeat Bad and Beautiful, and yes, this is probably one of the last times they will ever have to face each other, because they face each other all the time. But we had Alicia Fox distract Angel Williams by showing a video clip of Eva Marie getting abducted by Ember Moon, and we've continued this on. It has to go in 2 segments because, well, I don't know how to do it in the match. So Ember Moon is actually kidnapped Eva Marie before their match, coming up at Night of Champions. Alicia Fox gets a nice simple win over Thunder Rosa, who's another new wrestler I've signed, mainly to job. They don't click, so yeah, not the best match. Trying to get Alicia back from any of the negatives back into the positives, slowly but surely. Paige cuts her promo about why she's going to take out Alexa Bliss at Night of Champions. She's tired of this diva-ish performance from Alexa, and their rivalry sort of about how Alexa thinks she's taken into the divas era, even though we're in the women's era, and Paige the anti-diva. Mickie James defeats Teela Hendricks, another combination that doesn't click, which is great. Edge announces that Taylor Made has signed a contract, and that she will in fact be Mickie James' opponent at Night of Champions in her debut match. We have another tag team match with Brooke Adams and Candice LeRae defeat Kimberly and Cameron. Yes, I've done this. They need to look a bit stronger before they're 3-on-1 against Nia Jax, so this helps. But Nia Jax faces SAS and defeats them in 5 minutes. That's great to see. Nia Jax dominating. Natalya defeats, that's another new one. Kaylee Ray has joined. Another heel. Doesn't matter if they're heels or faces, just need a few more opponents for the ones I'm trying to push to keep them happy. Bayley sits down with Edge to discuss her problem with Nikki Bella, or why Nikki Bella is after her, and says that she'll just break all the records Nikki Bella has ever set. Naomi defeats Aliyah. Again, I wanted Naomi to get a win. Aliyah will get her chance in the sun. Once this pay-per-view is over, we'll start figuring out a few more storylines for the rest of the roster. Alexa Bliss's special announcement is that she will be interviewing Paige herself, only for it to be an imposter, and she just ripped Paige apart before Paige comes out and breaks up all the fun. Backstage we also see Becky Lynch and Natalya cut a promo on the Culture Club. Again, just slowly building up. I took a big risk in my next match. This is my main event for the night. And I had Becky, Paige, Asuka and Bayley versus Alexa, Carmella, Nikki and Emma. This should have helped force the 3 storylines. You see No Diva, hugging and Intercontinental. Because everybody, 75 B- isn't bad. But we end the show with 100. Sasha Banks and Charlotte have a contract signing before a big brawl breaks out between them, and the rest of the locker room have to break them up. I was quite shocked with this, and that could have saved the show to be in the 80s. Let's see, an 80. So it wasn't the greatest show, but the last second could have saved it. And we'll head back to the main screen and we can preview what's coming up. And we're back to the main screen, so we'll check anything interesting happening. We have an excellent, let's see how TNA ranked. They got a 70, that's not too bad for them. But not really the best show, I don't think. My decisions, I just renewed JoJo's contract. She is one of my commentators. Then news-wise, somebody's offered somebody a new contract. I will read them later. As for the storylines for Smackdown, Hugging Time 71. Jax is poor, but it's all building. Moon Rising. No Divas. The title match is quality. And the IC is doing very well, really. So let's just check who is hot and who is not. Oh, Tyler Breeze. Basically, everybody on Shockwave is on there. Who is not? Nobody that we worry about. And when we go on to pre-booking, we have Night of Champions. We have Alexa Bliss versus Paige. We have Ember Moon, Alexa Fox, and Naomi versus Angel Williams, Show Others, and if Eva Marie can turn up. Bayley versus Nikki. That's Natalya and Becky versus Summer Rae and Emma. For the Women's Intercontinental, we have Asuka versus Carmella. We have Nia Jax versus Brooke Adams, Candice LeRae, and Levy Bates. A tag team title match between Forgotten Generation and the Psycho Ward. Taylor Made will make her debut against Mickie James and Sasha versus Charlotte. And we've got Shockwave left to record, and then we will be heading on to Night of Champions. So thank you all for watching, and let me know who you think will win at Night of Champions in the comments below.